Hello everyone and welcome to Workshop Wednesday. I'm joined by Matt. I'm good. Let me just make sure I've got my audio right. Make sure I can get everything right. So, let's just move this up so I can see what the audio is doing. There we go. So,
Desktop audio is muted.
let's stop audio. There we go.
Yeah.
Now you should be able to hear
He's
you.
muting me now.
Yeah.
He's muting me now. The assault continues.
Say again. Say hello again, Matt.
Hello, everybody.
Oh dear. Yeah, you see, I hadn't planned that at all. So, but there we go.
Wait, being kid. Oh, now I can hear Matt. The stream is ruined. Sorry about that.
Sorry.
Actually, I'm not really sorry at all. Thank being kid. Go and do some shunning.
Yeah. So we are on this is actually the Yorkshire Dales, what was it, Yorkshire Dales Railway, which is actually the Embassy and Bolton.
No, I think it's Emsay, isn't it?
Emsay? Is it Emsay?
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
It's Emsay.
Emsay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm not sure how it's pronounced by the locals, but it's not actually spelled embassy.
Right.
Because that tripped me up the first few times.
So yeah, we're going to be doing we're going to do a little bit of shunting. So we've got, I've got a lovely vintage set ready for us as well, which I've been using the marketplace rolling stock.
Apparently, I'm still really quiet.
Yeah, I know what it is. This thing has been... I had an issue with it earlier.
I can see what he's playing with now. He's shared his screen, so I can see what he's playing with. It's a joyous thing.
Let's try that. That one gonna work? No, probably not. I've just muted you.
Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Oh, hello. There's audio there.
Yeah.
What you probably need to do is go into your advanced audio properties.
Yep.
And you should be able to, as they say in the song, pump up the volume. Desktop audio is the one you want to beef up. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Is this getting any better? Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. I'm not convinced it's actually going up there that much.
No. Let's punch it a little bit more, shall we?
Punch it, Chewy. Maybe you need to.
That's better.
Oh, hello. Now we're up to the yellow. Are we better? Are we better? Are we better? We're better.
There we go. That's, you see, you've solved the issue. I've been trying to solve that issue for ages. I've not it sorted itself. So there we go. Thanks, Matt.
Sorted itself. Absolutely.
There you go. Right. Let me just.
Sorry about being kid. Now I'm louder.
Right. Let's get this set up, shall we?
Well, what train are we driving?
So we are on. I've done this correctly because we've actually got a preserved Loco. So we're on Stania Mogul. Look at that. So this has just been released on Steam. So if you haven't got it already, it's gorgeous. You get it in loads of different liveries. I think you can get it in. Oh, I think there's 4 or 5 different liveries it comes with. No, 4. Yeah, it's 4. So it's BR, black. No, 3. It's 3. Cool. Why am I saying 4? I don't know. No, it is 4. I'll keep. Let me get it right. I'll get it right in a minute. So it's BR black. You got then BR early black, which is with the one with the letters all the way across rather than the lined.
Mm-hmm.
You then get crimson, LMS red, and LMS lined black as well. But I thought for MZ and Bolton, I thought, well, we'll do preserved variant, which is based at the Severn Valley Railway, 42968, and I have made sure we have got the right shed code as well, which is 8F. There we go.
Nice.
So, and before anybody asks, I have been having a go with this, and I have been trying to make sure I don't need to have any issues.
Basically, at this point, he sets himself up for failure.
I do a bit, don't I?
Because what he's going to do is he's going to say, "This won't be a problem. I've been practicing," and 3 minutes later, the boiler will explode.
I have been trying quite a few times with this. So. Brakes are off.
Right. It's all good. It's all enjoyable. You opened your trains.
Yeah. Just set me, and I'm going to put a headboard on. So let's put on. How's that? Look at that. Make sure I've actually got the road set. Not to hit the other loco, ideally.
Yeah, when you bend the steam engine, they get all sorts of upset for some reason.
Set the reverser back.
I remember you're going to go... Oh, okay.
Sure, set that road.
Change the switch.
There we go. Now we're sorted.
Lovely. Gav, where's the PCS? Like, I can't remember on the F7. It might not be a PC. It could be called PCS on the F7. Look for a light going out.
I'll make sure I've got the road set here and here. Okay, that's not going to play ball. Where are we? We are up here. Set.
Why are these locos called moguls? Mogul is the name of the wheel formation.
There we go.
Memory serves.
Yeah, it is, yeah. So the moguls are generally 260s.
Yeah, 260s.
I think it's an American nickname, isn't it, originally?
Yes, I don't know what the original, but there's all sorts. So, like when you say things like Pacific, for example, which is I think 462. And you've got like Big Boy is 4884, Challenger is 4664. Even though that's the name of specific locos, it's also the name of the wheel formation.
Yeah.
And then you've got the oh god, what's the 210?
Kriegslock.
No, the steam engine.
That is a steam engine. Yeah, or do you mean a decapod or something? No.
Begins with a C. There's an American one that Smokebox did for TS1. It's also the name of the...
yeah. Sorry, I was thinking of German.
Can't think why. Constellation.
Ah, yes, that's the one.
That is the name of a 210. So it's the name assigned to the wheel formation. 280 is Mikado. Is 280 is Mikado, is it? I don't think so.
No, Mikado's 282, isn't it? Mikado.
Let me look.
Right, what we're going to do is we're going to collect passengers. So
consolidation is the word. Consolidation is 280. Consolidation.
Sure, I've got the brake pressure not all the way down, and then what we'll do is we'll set the road, because this has got a really interesting thing. You can run down to a little loop down the end. So what we're going to do is pick up passengers, run down to the loop, and then run through non-stop. That'll be quite fun.
Mikados are 282s. Where'd you get the coaches from?
So these are all marketplace coaches. There we go. So we've got North Eastern Railway Inspection Saloon, ex-LMS parcels van, Gresley LNER Teak, an LNER...
so there's a lot of Matrix Trains coaches here then.
It is, yeah. And so Suburban, and then a LMS, ex-LMS period 3, I think this is.
Looks like a P3, yep. The Matrix Trains coaches are all really good baked bean kid. Gordon's done quite a range of coaches, and he's done. You can also get the LNER coaches in the Blood and Custard as well,
Yeah.
in newer liveries. He's done quite a range of coaches, so it's worth having a look at. If you've not looked at Matrix Train's coach packs, I'd recommend it. I quite like the Cleristries as well, the Great Western Cleristries, because they've got the central thing in the top of them, which again is different.
Yeah. But I thought, because looking at the railway itself, they do actually run vintage sets, so I thought, well, why don't we make a little vintage set and show the coaches off as well.
A Yellowstone is a 2884.
There we go, doors are open. So let's get the blur on a bit.
Did he make the bullet? I can't remember that. I think he's probably. To be honest, Matrix Trains has done all sorts of stuff. Let me just kind of have a look on Steam Workshop. This Loco is a Bossman Games at Mod LMS. It's a Bossman Games Mogul. I think it's brand new released this week or something.
It was Friday. No, it was last week, I think. Last week.
Okay.
Yeah. So we thought we'd show it off as well as play some workshop as well. Doors are shut, and I've got the injectors on, and we are actually putting water in the boiler this time. Pressure's coming up, so it's all looking good.
Ed had some input into this Loco. I suspect that all the setup is Ed, but I don't know that 100%.
Although he looks a bit mucky. Look at him.
Oh, look at the state of that. That's a proper driver, that is.
Yeah. Turn the blower off now. Turn the cylinder cocks off now.
Jack, if you upgrade to a newer computer, what happens to all the add-ons you purchased? Can you install the original train simulator from Railworks? So you can't install the older versions. You'll always get the latest version that's on there. Your existing stuff, just log into your Steam account on the new machine, and then you just install all of your content. And yeah, I've just checked with Ed. The setup on the Mogul is indeed an Ed Fisk special. It even has a self-driving mode as well.
It does. I noticed that. I'm gonna have to try that out later. Make sure we're coming into the right side of the loop. We are. Lovely. I think this is actually something they probably do on galas, to be perfectly honest, is run down to the loop and do. I haven't actually been to the railway before. Doesn't that just look brilliant with all the vintage coaches?
It does, actually. All the different range of coaches, it sort of epitomises sort of the experience you get on the preserve railways, because they don't have a full rake of one thing necessarily. They've got, all sorts of different coaches, which just makes it more interesting, I think.
It does, doesn't it? Right, uncouple from the set. Let's get the van, put the...
MC. It's apparently how it's pronounced. MC.
MC.
MC. Think of
MC.
EMSCE. EMSEE.
Oh.
MC is apparently how it's pronounced. Thank you, Transport Gamer.
That's the road set. Reverse it forward.
Hey, bad guy, you were doing all very well, thank you.
Make sure this road is set. Are we set? Yeah, we are.
Clinchfield going out so currently on the consoles, and tomorrow I think, isn't it, on PC?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Starting to see some of the some people over in Asia Pacific who are getting it early because they're in Australia and the like. Feedback seems good that I've seen so far, at least. So, looking forward to seeing more.
Yeah. Coming in nice.
Freight services are already available, Tom Tangy, but you won't find them under Class 40. There'll just be more services under the 47 and the 52. It just uses the TEA tankers. Where are the coaches from, Oldendale Junction? These are Matrix Trains coaches, and you can get them from Marketplace on Steam. Well, just in the normal Steam store, but it's what we call Marketplace content because it's lower price, small packs like coaches and so forth. Definitely, they're really nice. They add a lot of variety to your coaching stock collection.
We're all coupled up, van's all sorted, so there we go. Put her into full forward.
Is this the same Stania Mogul the Bossman games released in September of last year? Did they release one last year?
It probably depends on the website, probably. It might have been that he released it before it came on Steam, possibly.
I don't know. This particular one that we're running was released last week.
Yeah.
Steam is sometime tomorrow afternoon, Kevin Wilson, for Clenchfield. Lovely.
Make sure I've got all the roads set now. Need that road set. That road set. That one's done. That one's done. Are we all the way through now? No, not quite. Need to set that one. No, it is that way. Set that one. And that one. There we go. So if I now do a shut off to come through.
Why is the Clinchfield appeared on Mastery Challenge? I guess someone's activated it already, in readiness for tomorrow.
Give it a bit of a spillo down.
It's a lovely route, this.
It is, isn't it?
And a particularly beautiful locomotive.
Yep. Just look at that. That doesn't look traditional. Look at that. There we go. What speed are we doing? Yeah, we're alright. There we go. So I've also added some locos and rolling stock to make it look like Embassy. So we've got austerity, that they have loads of them. And then we've got round the corner here. We have a Gronk, because Moggy.
Oh, Gronk hype.
And then
And Duff.
Duff and a tractor
Growler.
in blue. And then down here we've got some more freight. And we've got waiting to be restored a little, even though it's in Steam a little. Invincible, there you go.
If you put an electric loco on a diesel route in Scenario Designer, would it run? You have to select off the rails mode, Tedser, and then you can basically do anything you like. Lovely.
Okay. Up at 1 in 180 and our pressure's still going up, so we're doing alright. Actually, we're blowing off, so that's pretty good going. Yeah, and this is the cab for anywhere again. It's open the air vent. So I've got the firebox door open, so I have the firebox there. Gorgeous.
Very nice.
There's the firebox doors. Then open. Even the little windows open, look at that.
Like Beankhead said, the only thing wrong with that Loco is it wasn't designed and built by the Great Western.
Tut, tut, tut.
There's no more There's no plans currently to add anything southeastern high speed laser jet.
We've got a little siding there we've just passed.
I like how the author has filled out the background scenery on this. It looks really nice.
Yeah. So now
I think we have a diesel coming up next, Pink Trains, if
we do,
I
yeah.
suspect. We do, there you go.
So, and then we got a little hole here, look at this, look. Little gates.
Oh, that's nicely done. Psychedelic Bear, if you want to find out about Steam, the best way is just to keep an eye on the articles being published on Dovetail Live. There really isn't anything else to say about Steam at the moment other than, you know, what's written in those articles. I think there's 2 of them up there at the moment. No plans for passenger service in Oakville sub, Lil Sinker. That doesn't mean it won't ever happen, but there's no plans at the moment.
The doors, make sure they can get in. Oh, I haven't probably pulled far enough forward, that's probably why. Go a little bit further forward.
Steve Hartman, we're doing the Moscow route from Steam Workshop next. Baked Bean Kid, the Oakville line is also the Via and Go also use that line from Toronto heading south. So it's kind of, you don't have any proper endpoints for passenger trains on there, but it's kind of a few stations in the middle of a route. You're not a million miles from Toronto, Oakville. Toronto? Is it Toronto? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I think it's Toronto. Look at that. Lovely. Ontario.
Okay.
It is Toronto. Oh, I don't know. Place in Canada. It's an American route, Steve. It's Moscow in America. I tricked Jamie with that one earlier on. He got all excited that there was a Russian route on Steam Workshop. It's a I can't remember what the full name of it is.
Okay. So let's just I'll give you some information about the Stanu Mogul. So it's on Steam. It's been made by Bossman Games. It's $14.99. It comes with 3 scenarios for the West Somerset Railway, and you get both Stania and Fowler tender variants. It also you've got London and North Western coaches, London and North Western wagons even, and a brake van. It also has very many selectable headboards and lamps, which I think is really cool.
Very good. There's always lots of variety and that sort of thing on on Bossman Games trains.
Yeah. Firebox doors, get some coal in.
Apparently, Being Kid much prefers TS, but mainly to annoy me. Ah, I'm so annoyed. What we'll do is, I think the next workshop Wednesday needs to be all shunting.
Yes.
Just for Being Kid. In fact, we could do a couple of, annoy as many people as possible. It needs to be in the dry with the wipers going, shunting. It's the how many viewers can we be upset in one go in one stream?
Yeah.
It must be against the Geneva Convention or something. Boy, no man. While throwing fish wagons into Kingswear, there you go. Yeah, Nebworth the wagons through Nebworth. Nebworth it so badly they go off the pier at Kingswear. Shunting with a pump cart. One wagon at a time.
Little shunting area there.
While pronouncing foreign place names, yes. I've been getting compliments today. I'm still trying to work out, whether they're being sarcastic or not, or whether they're genuine. But I guess we'll find out when other people see it as well. Because
that is very true.
The route intro video and for the Hamburg line has gone into the builds now internally, and it's got my voiceover pronouncing all sorts of German place names, which apparently I got right, or either that I got terribly wrong. So I guess we'll find out.
Far away
hey,
from
Paul
Bob.
Train Spotting, how's it going? Did you get my message on on the forums about the rail driver? All right.
So I thought I'd give you a little bit of history about this locomotive in general. 13268 entered traffic on the 24th of January 1934 and was originally a character Willesden MPD. She was always a Western Division engine. She covered in LMS and BR days 713,561 miles by the end of 1960. So that's quite a lot of miles. She's currently based at the Severn Valley Railway, under overhaul at the moment, and she has done mainline trips, hence why you've got AWS equipment in the top. And the Stania Moguls, I'll see if I can find out some more about the Stania Moguls. Hang on a minute. So, let's just get some class history about Stania Moguls. See how many find how many you built. I'll come back to that bit. Oi, cheeky! I've just seen the chat. If you're wondering why I haven't got much coal in the back, I found out what the steam generation rate is, so I'm fine.
Oh, he's just starting to learn like a pro now.
Yeah, so I already knew that 49% it starts to go down. So
There you go. Midland box.
yep. You got a Taffy Tank as well.
Is that a 45?
56.
56, sorry, 56.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like those. I've got a nice backman model of that.
Same.
There's only one flaw that I found with it, in that because of the way the couplings are done on the backman model, if you go over a left point followed by a right point, it derails anything that's behind it, because of course the coupling swings wide.
Ooh. There we go. So, I'll tell you the other thing, because my mate details some of my locos out. And one of the things he did was I've got 5619, and he managed to find a way of taking the cab roof off and painted the inside of the cab and then put wood veneer flooring in it.
Wow.
So I've got a 5666 wood veneer flooring.
Very nice. Yes, this is a workshop, Nigel. It's the MC in Bolton.
But this one is actually named the Yorkshire Dales Railway because he's got two versions. This is the second version. So, so actually, this is a good point actually. So the Heritage Railway actually just runs between where we've started from to where we are now, but he's actually done the extensions of where it could run. You know, if the possibilities were there, basically, which is quite interesting. And also says that the route is going to be in 3 phases, and I think this is the second phase. So I think it's still a work in progress as well. It's quite interesting.
All the best projects are never finished.
That is very true. Let's get a shot of my Midland box.
I keep telling my wife that about the jobs around the house, but she doesn't believe me.
Let's get to the next station, shall we? All brakes off here. How am I doing water and boiler pressure wise? Yeah, fine.
When are the Friday night streams coming up? What Friday night streams are you missing, Laserjet? Lovely. Needs a 6-wheeler in there as well, just to mix it up.
Yeah.
Heavyweight restaurant car or something.
Yeah. Can actually look at here we go. Look at this.
Wow. That's something special right there.
Oh, we've got suitcases at the top as well.
Yep.
I think that's the 2 coaches, I think.
What's on the rear of the train?
So we've got a northeastern inspection saloon.
Do you remember which pack that one's from?
Northeastern one, I think. So if you put XNER or something like that, it'll probably come up.
There you go. Is that alright, Moricom? Ed says, have you tried making the locomotive drive itself?
Oh, not yet. Hang on a minute. I've got the manual up to do this. Control Y. There you go. So you can see all the regulator settings started itself. Look at that. Wow. You see the HUD doing all sorts of unusual things. There you go. He's now shut off. So I'm not doing anything. Look, my hands are there. I am not doing anything. And look, there you go. He's opening the regulator. Look, I'm not doing anything. There we go. Look at
It's
that.
very good. So Ed, tell me, is this aware of the objectives, or will it just basically now continue on at line speed, and that's it? Is it aware of signals? Is it what is this aware of?
Yeah, I'm literally, look. All I did was move the camera. I haven't touched the HUD.
Marcel, no, this is the MCM Bolton Railway. It's on Steam Steam Workshop. Not aware of signals. No, okay. So you're still in charge, just from a directorial perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just sort of like the Network Rail guy at the back, sort of, you know, on rail tools.
Super 8, there's a technique to driving steam locos. There are some tutorials on YouTube. I've done one or two myself, including one tutorial where I blew the steam locomotive up, you know, because...
Why not?
Why not? So, yes, but I'd recommend going and looking at some tutorials. There's a few things to remember, but once you get the hang of it, it's all right. There's not that much. Oh, look at that.
Great thing with the automatic driver is I can just sit back and allow him to do his bit. There you go, look at that.
Beautiful.
Making sure I'm keeping an eye on the destination. Get some coal on.
So what's everyone doing this weekend? That's a trick question.
Look at that.
Derek says, watching Railfan Fest. Good, good, good.
Yay!
Baked Bean Kid says he's going to be watching some shunting.
Lovely.
Nice. Super 8 driving Clinchfield. Lazy Jet's going train spotting. Mod
Nice.
Mucky says something with Railfans. Joshua Murray says Railfan Fest. British Ace Clinchfield. The correct answer to all these questions, for all these answers, is obviously watching Railfan Fest.
Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday.
So I've now shut off the automatic driver. So make sure I can actually, because he won't stop at the stations. It's something else it says. So.
Stoney is working Formula E and Railfan Fest. Is Formula E still going? It's been ages since I watched that. I watched the first couple of seasons.
Our distance. Make sure we're coming into the right platform. We are indeed.
No, Hogwarts Express is a proper Great Western engine, Jonathan.
It used to be, but it's been lots of different locos though, hasn't it, actually?
Well, yeah, but in the movies it was Alton Hall, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It's currently in the Warner Brothers studios. As well, at the moment. Let our roads come in.
My cab is an SD60M. It's from the last one we had on last time round, ladies and gentlemen. Indeed, Steam Trains Unlimited. I think you've come in at the end of the of this section.
Yep.
There's a distinct lack of track in front of us at this point.
Yeah.
We're on the MCM Bolton Railway.
So this isn't actually on the Heritage Railway itself, from what I understand. I think this is probably an extension that they probably want to do. So it currently runs, so if I go onto the map again, so this is the actual preserved section, which is what he's recreated, and then this is the actual extensions, one of the extensions. And I think the phase 3 is he's hoping to do another extension which adds this in, I think. So, but it's still work in progress at the moment.
Very good.
Get the doors open. There we go. I love how he's done the doors on this. They're all at slightly different angles. Look at that. Look. You can see all the different colours within the
Yeah, I
doors.
do like that. Yeah, that's a really nice touch. Actually, thinking about it, Hogwarts Express is a Great Western Loco, painted in LMS red. Not quite, but near enough. running on northeastern tracks.
Yeah.
That eventually goes back over to the west again.
Yeah.
Nice. That's what goes everywhere, really.
It does, doesn't it? Yep. There we go. And then that's just the route going down there.
Frazzled, I'm not Ben, no.
Yeah. Should we at least run round the train before we get to our next bit, shall we?
Go on then. Go on then.
Go and run round the train.
Funny you should say that, mate, being kid, but when Ben worked for us, he was the one who actually made the talent, too.
Someone taking photographs.
Who made the coaches, or has it gone? They would be Gordon Mackenzie's Matrix trains. Yeah, it was going to be a light Pacific or something, wasn't it, Steve?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because there was actually one call. There was, I think it was at Severn Valley. They renamed one of their Light Pacifics. There's a video of it somewhere I've seen. It's a long while ago though. So set the road. And we can then run back.
Durango and Silverton's a lovely railway, Mark. Is it going the wrong way?
Yeah. Hadn't gone far enough back on the... There we go, that's better.
Yeah, it decided it was too big, yeah. They wanted something small and beautiful. Honestly, I don't care. Steam engines are just all awesome, but I do like winding people up, so...
It's a shame they didn't go for a Black 5, I think. I think that would have been amazing. But there you go.
Imagine the uproar if it had been the Flying Scotsman.
Oh, yeah. There would have been an uproar. I know it is pro range, Derek, but it is... I think once you get to learn it, it is great fun. The interesting thing is that you have to keep shamming the regulator shut, because if not, the regulator will stay open.
Yeah, regulator gets stuck. Like a lot of this, like there's several trains, and they got a lot of the pro range ones generally simulate the that situation with the first one.
Obviously, I won't get the signal because technically there would be a shunt signal there allowing me to go in. But there isn't one there. There we go.
These coaches are toast. There is a Shinkansen Series Zero end unit at the National Railway Museum Moldov in York, but that's about it for Japanese stuff over here, I think.
We've got a Chinese steam loco.
That's in the NRM as well.
Yeah. Because I think it was built here, wasn't it? I think that one.
Don't know, it's huge. It's easy bait being kid. Just, do some steam engines, occasionally chuck some wagons in the lake, occasionally bin it into the turntable, and eventually, you get the hang of it.
And there we go. All ready to run back.
Nice.
There we go. So if you haven't got this already, it's on the Steam store now. The Bossman Games Stania Mogul. It's $14.99, and you get quite a few different liveries. You get both different tender variants. Get some wagons and bits and pieces. And before I forget, I'll just show you some of the headballs as well. So obviously we're showing some of them. So we've got Royal Scot, North Wales Coast Express, Welsh Marshes, Midday Scot. Oh, I missed one there. The Royal Highlander, Midlander, Mancunian, thank you. Lancastrian, there we go. Merseyside Express, Red Rose, Mexican, Irish Mail, Welshman, Ulster Express, and it just keeps going on. Look at that, that's a good one. Caledonian. There you go, you got to have a Christmas market. Look at that, that's pretty cool.
Yep.
Scarborough Flyer, Torbay, West Highlander. There we go. And then you go all the way back. There you go, look at that. So there's plenty in there. So you've got plenty of express trains you can run. So there we go.
Yeah,
right.
Lovely.
So right, we'll get on to. Oh, before we forget, this is the Yorkshire Dales Railway, which is on Workshop, and it is made by. Now I should have got this up earlier, shouldn't I? Let me just. Did you want to get that up, Matt, or
Do what? Sorry.
the name of the person who made this? Or should I? No, it's all right. I'm already halfway there, so it's fine.
I'm half asleep.
I'll put Yorkshire. I don't want that. Yorkshire. So Daviodo Amia.
Davido Amma.
Davido Amma. So it's the Yorkshire Dales Railway. He's got quite a few. He got Tanfield, Isle of Wight. And he's also done Titfield, which is quite fun as well.
Yes, that is good.
So we will go and get the next scenario ready. So I'll be back in a second. I hope you enjoyed that.
It was lovely.
Where's it gone? Now I've got to find which one it is.
What's LMS doing in Torbay? Being awesome by being good. Being awesome.
Being awesome. There we go. So this route is the Moscow, Camden, and San Augustine route by Great Northerner, and he has done an introduction which we're going to play. So there we go. Right, there we are.
Drove from Moscow to Camden.
Yep.
Hey, Mr. Quicko, how's it going?
Yeah, hi, yeah.
Yeah, you started out on console, didn't you, Derek? If I remember rightly. And then you got a PC and train simulator.
Hi, and welcome on my engine. I'm Jim, and I've been the main engineer on this railroad for the last 15 years. They told me you'd apply for the vacant position of second engineer, and that I should take you on a ride to Moscow to tell you all the important things you should know about our little railroad. Please wait a moment, I forgot my toolbox. There we go. So put the wipers on, put the headlight on.
Southern Pacific High Hood.
Yep. I don't think there's any instrument lights I need to put on, is there? So I'll show you the route while we're there. Look at that. Short but very, very cool. Stony997. No, I don't have a cat. I have a dog. So, and I also have a bearded dragon. So, I mean, I could try with a bearded dragon on my shoulder. I mean, that'd be rather interesting. Though I don't think he could sit out that long with being not in the heat. So. Jim, okay, now we can go. The area around here is the engine facility. This is everything we got to keep our diesels running. If something breaks that we can't fix here, we must send the engines to the SP. That's always very expensive. So if you do work here, please not try to break anything. Now let me see. Now you can handle our old Jeeps. Please, Jeeps. Please move.
GP.
Oh, GP, of course it is. Please move her out of the service track and stop just past the switch on the main line. There we go. Hey, it's Ross. Telling me not to break things. Yeah, it definitely is.
Moscow and the Russian is about a Russian musician. It's probably where the Moscow bit comes from.
Ah. I didn't wonder where the Moscow bit had come from.
Well, this is just on this movie, Moscow on the Hudson.
Oh,
Moscow is the name of the place.
My bad.
In Idaho.
Jim, this is the spot beginning of our Camden yard. Yard limit applies everywhere east of the point, even though we didn't put a sign up for it. That also means that the bell must be rung all time while the engine is moving. So switch on the bell and then reverse towards the yard. Stop just before the west ladder. So let's just check.
Moscow is indeed in Russia, James Humble, but there is also a Moscow in America. In Idaho. Population 23,800.
Ah.
In the county of Latta. There you go.
There we go.
Google is a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Welcome, SK Hollywood. Yeah, it's the MCNSA TX. That's the one. The Moscow, Camden, and St Augustine. I do like a Jeep.
Yeah. It's different, isn't it?
Carl, difficult to know. Have you tried rebooting? Have you tried verifying local files on Steam? If you drop a support ticket in, someone can walk you through the steps.
There we go. So we just stopped here, so then we'll be deciding which way he wants us to go. There's a massive yard though. Look at this. Brilliant. A triangle at the end. We're here at west ladder of the yard, so the south yard is the sawmill with three in tracks for logs, pulpwood and chemicals, and a wood chip out track. The yard has 4 sidings. The 4th should be kept clear for runarounds. Let's move on to the crossover. So he wants us to go.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. No, I can't say that.
Oh dear.
It's like that famous, the well-known tease I used to do my kids all the time. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. How do you say that? How do you spell that? The answer is THAT.
Oh dear. Oh, there's the sawmill. There you go.
It's a lovely little yard for doing a bit of switching and moving wagons around.
Yeah.
Like being kids' idea of hell. Nah, you'd love it down here. It's fine. Can tell from the dense population of junctions in a small area, the proliferation of obstacles. I mean, wagons on the track. 3 hours of shunting. At the end, everything's back where you started. I think you got it wrong when you did doing that.
Yeah. I like this little crossover bit here he's done. Look at that.
Mm.
Oh, I almost forgot. Our yard was built on a 0.6 westward grade. Keep that in mind when you switch cars. We've stopped now at the 3 out tracks for the lumber products. Two for palletized loads. One
Palletized.
Palletized. Thank you. One for box cars. Let's move on to the east ladder. So where is that? So he wants us to go down to there. There we go. So set that road.
I didn't take. That's better.
That's better, yeah.
I've always liked the red and grey livery of the Southern Pacific. What's the best desktop computer to get for Train Sim World 2? I don't know. The best PC you can get for anything.
Ooh, caboose. 2 cabooses.
It doesn't need to be that powerful, to be honest, Roy. A modern computer is with a a decent GeForce or Nvidia or a Radeon graphics card. There is a minimum spec and a recommended spec for the game on Steam, so you can go and have a look there. Or if you want to go down the console route, get yourself an Xbox Series X or a PS5. It runs great on there. Like 60 FPS, great.
There we go. We are there. And we've got to go via... Here we are, the East Ladder. Ahead of us is the caboose track where we usually keep a couple of old SP cabooses around that we have leased. On the north side of the yard is the Camden team track. There's not much traffic generated outside of the sawmill, but occasionally some of our other industries or a construction project gets a shipment by rail. Next stop, Camden platform. So where's Camden platform? Show task. Oh, just there. There we go. There we go.
No, hump shunting is a different beast, Stony. Very different beast. It's quite complex. It's not just a case of chucking wagons down the hill. TSW, you can chuck wagons down a hill. They keep their physics going until they come to a stop. So I guess you could have a go on that, but there's no retarders on the track to slow the vehicles down. TS20, 21, or none of the TS1 will ever go to console. Steam Trains Unlimited. The game is not built for it and would need rewriting from scratch, which is what TSW is. Is chucking wagons down the hill the same as chucking wagons into the river? Pretty much, Moggy, yeah.
I was wondering who would say that, and I had a feeling it might be Moggy.
No, it's a Steam Workshop route, this Daytona, which means that routes can't have custom assets. They have to be reused from other routes.
This is the old depot of Camden. The MCSA was never important for passenger services, but the depot is still here, and we occasionally to run an excursion train. Okay, that was all the important news about Camden. Let's go get on to our main line. So he wants us to go. Where does he want us to go? Back that way. There we go. Shall we? There we go. There we go.
Furious Devi, it's because we use Restream, we're not actually able to change the game properly. It's really odd. But because we're not directly streaming to Twitch, it's we've only got the little limited selection of games that Restream has to select, so there's not much we can do there, unfortunately.
Oh, I'm speeding. Oh, probably lost my job already.
He just said you weren't allowed to break the trains, so.
That is true. I mean, it's quite amazing because when you look at the size of this route, it's amazing how much detail. Because it's smaller, you look at all the shrubs and the trees and buildings. And even though this is custom, it looks fantastic.
Mm. Oh yeah, it does. I know many times I've driven up and down this route. It's an enjoyable drive.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Cathcart Circle as well. Actually, 899. I'm looking forward to a bunch of stuff, but all of it.
Yeah.
But the Cathcart Circle does look a lot of fun, actually. Been looking at what the team have been doing for service mode on it, and so forth, and the scenarios, and it's a really interesting structure of a route. So, but I'll stop talking about it there.
We leave in Camden. Up ahead is a long and steep climb, which can be quite a challenge if you've just picked up a long train of loaded cars in the yard. Line speed is generally 25 miles an hour on our road, though there are some slower and faster stretches. Let's keep moving.
Was this route LT Bly?
Great Northerner, I think.
MCSA was Great Northern, was it? Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure it's Great Northern.
It's not that I disbelieve you, but I'm going to check. Because I disbelieve you.
I'm sure. I might be wrong.
You're probably right. Have I made a pink 314 yet? No. No, I haven't actually got the route to play with myself yet, British Ace. So. It is Great Northern.
Yeah, yeah, it's there. There we go. Oh, yeah.
Good number of scenarios up there for it as well.
There is, yeah. Yeah, if you actually click on the route, he's then put scenarios in for each of the route, hasn't he?
Mm-hmm. But actually, there's some quite accomplished scenario authors like High Iron Simulations, Gary Dolezal, Plumas Railblazer, JB Friedland.
Yeah.
There's a number of well-known scenario authors who've contributed scenarios for this route, so some really great stuff there.
It's good.
Roy Hedison, if you have an Xbox One, if you upgrade your Xbox, do you mean to a Series S or a Series X? You just log in and you can download the content. I believe there might be a way of transferring your profile, but I don't know. Certainly, you won't have to buy anything again.
There's a different way of doing it. You're just running down light engine, you know. A 15-mile-an-hour speed limit coming up.
Oh, I want to see that baked bean kid.
Oh, we've got a Trestle Bridge coming up.
A blue baked bean, yeah, really.
Is that a frosty baked bean or? This is the first of our 2 bridges on our railroad. The speed limit here is reduced due to the very tight curve just behind the bridge. You've got to be really careful when coming from Camden with a heavy train. A short but steep downhill stretch before the bridge and the tight curve behind it are a bad combination. Yeah, well, I'm speeding already. Blimey.
Still speeding.
Yeah. Funny how he says don't speed, and there I am, just casually speeding.
That's okay, we'll humour you and pretend it's unusual.
I've got a crossing. Oh, here we go. We're approaching the only grade crossing outside of the two towns. With the dense wood left to right, it's difficult to see the cars, and they don't really see you either, so make sure you sound the horn well ahead of the crossing. There we go. We've got a 30 now. Lovely, we can open the taps up now.
Careful. Our skin will blow off our body and we'll suffocate. Can you one that you're playing now play on Xbox? No, Roy, this is PC only. It's on Train Simulator 1.
And then keep going, so we've got stop at Moscow. There we go, look at that. Are you yawning a lot, Matt?
Oh dear. Had a long day.
Have you?
Well, more content will come over to Train Sim World 2 over the course of time, Dallas.
Yeah.
You can't port content. It's basically got to be rebuilt as new content. Because the assets need up-resing to look good, otherwise it just look like TS1 assets.
It's not exactly an operational feature of our railroad, but I wanted to point out that when you poke through the trees on your left, you'll see some fields. There's not all woodland along the MCSA. Yeah, a rather large field. I've got 1.6 grade, no wonder I'm slowing down. .9 grade. One. There you go. It's coming down now. That's a question for chat. Who's staying up late tonight to start playing Clinchfield? Good point.
Not PC users.
No. Consoles, anyway. Slow down too much there because I'm keeping an eye on the chat.
Well, Matt, is your day longer than 24 hours? No, it's not longer than 24 hours. Seems like it sometimes.
We've got someone asking which route it is and what engine. So well, I'm not sure on the engine. I know.
Looks like a GP9, I'm gonna guess. Southern Pacific, and we're on the Moscow, Camden, and St. Augustine route, which you can get from Steam Workshop. You zoom in on use the 2 camera, zoom in on the door. No. Look back a little bit at the front. No. Okay. Sometimes around there it tells you what car class it is. It is GP9, Derek. There you go.
Look at that.
It was either going to be a 7 or a 9.
Here we are on our second river bridge. It's a bit longer than the first. Both are in good condition, but to keep it so, the speed limit has been slightly reduced over this bridge too.
Clinchfield is out on consoles at midnight, Roy. And then out some point tomorrow afternoon on PC Steam. Oh, it's very different from a Dash 9. Dash 9 is much bigger. A lot more horsepower. Different cab. It's got the Dash 9s have got, or some of them have got comfort cabs on them. Wide body, wide cabs. It's also got more axles and more weight, whereas this is quite a small light Loco by comparison.
I've got 25 miles per hour. I nearly said kilometres there. Nearly there. Usually near the front steps. I did have a look at the front steps, but I didn't see anything. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's a GP9. Look, you can see it just there. Look, there you go.
There you go, GP9.
Coming out to rock cutout. So I'll give you a little bit of history about. Oh, hang on, Jim. As we're getting closer to Moscow, this rock cut is the last thing that really stands out. The rock is quite stable, so there's nothing to worry about when passing through. So the GP9, so the EMD GP9 is a 4-axle road switcher diesel locomotive built by General Motors Electric Motive Division. Produced, thank you. Produced between 1954 and 1959. It's powered by a 16-cylinder engine which is generated at 1,750 horsepower. There was 4,112 units, locos built altogether. They have a top speed of 65 miles an hour. I think some of are they still in service? I'm not sure. Or are they
think
preserved?
So. No, I think there might be some of them still in use as switchers.
Yeah, there's quite a few
Possibly.
preserved though. Yeah, there's quite a lot on the preservation list. There we go.
Yeah, a lot of short lines still use them. It makes sense.
There you go, 25 miles an hour.
Even MRL, apparently. Montana Rail Link.
Oh,
There you
right.
go, Custom Mitcher just said the same thing. MRL is one I'd like to see in the line, in the game. One of them at some point. That's a really nice line up there. Do you still have access to our models at your office? I'm not sure what you mean, Marine Raptor, by models. Do you mean like scale models? I mean, we can go into the office. I mean, I'm going in there tomorrow. I've got to collect some stuff and bring it home, but it's on sort of special agreement at this point.
Yeah. I mean, for people who are in the UK, I know some heritage railways are reopening soon, so who be going to some heritage railways and start doing their, travelling by train and bits like that again. In the chat.
Yeah, do go and support your local preserve railways.
Definitely.
Obviously, while being sensible.
Yeah. Oh, Ross, I haven't found the donkey on West Somerset. You'll have to tell me. I'm trying to find all the donkeys now.
You've got to find the one. Yeah, West Somerset's not too bad to find, but it's a little bit back from the track.
Ah, right.
Yes, Steam Workshop has an amazing array of, some of it is exceptionally good content. There's a good chunk of it.
I mean, we keep finding really good ones, don't we? There's some really good.
Yes. Yeah, very nice.
And definitely, keep sending it through to us and suggesting ones, and definitely keep producing it, because it's really good fun. If there's a heritage railway that you haven't seen, your local heritage railway that is not on Workshop Wednesday, and you want to have a go at, or not on Workshop, and you want to have a go at making it, and have a go. I mean, I'm sure we'll show it, at some, We're approaching Moscow. The town is just behind the highway bridge up ahead, and just behind it is also a single grade crossing. Blowing the horn in time, there's quite a full visibility for everyone here too. This time, please stop at the platform of the old depot before crossing the street. Just seen someone wants to buy a HST. Roy, you want to buy a HST for your back garden? Okay.
Wow. Wow. That's a project.
Have you got a... Do you mean a full set, or do you just mean the Loco end?
Full set. That's a garden.
Yeah.
That's a real garden, that is.
Yeah.
You've got room for an HST full set. You could put some track down, a little tank engine, and actually have run up and down the line.
There you go, look at that. The depot is where the excursion trains usually end. They then use the WYE to turn round and head back to Camden. Otherwise, the Y ahead of us is little use for us today. Most of the time we'll just use the southern leg to access the Interchange Yard. To show you everything though, let's make a tour through the complete Y, starting through the north leg. So go via, and then we need to go there, so we need to set that road.
Are you talking to yourself, Mod LMS?
Jim, you've got to be really careful when entering the Interchange Yard with a heavy train. The gradient of the south leg is a short ramp. It's very easy to get a runaway there and run out of braking space if the Interchange Yard tracks are occupied. Oh dear, don't want to do that. See what he means by the little grade. Look at that, look. You wouldn't spot that. Okay, there's the grade. You can see it this end, I think. Yeah, you can see it coming down, look. there. There we go. Make sure I set the road for the way back. Yeah, we're okay. Don't want to hit into them though, so yard 3. Yeah, make sure we set that road. Yep, there we go. That's all set. So we're now going to head back. Up ahead at the signal ends our territory. Usually we don't have permission to enter the SP main line for our switching moves, so unless you've been instructed otherwise, you must end before the exit signal, no matter what express it shows. Now let's reverse down to the Interchange Yard. Must be in this signal here, there you go. That's the SP main line. There we go.
Lovely.
There's the Interchange Yard here. I'm speeding again. That's a load of good.
Surprise, surprise. Got some centre beams there and some log cars.
Yeah. This is our this short yard is our auxiliary yard. Back in the Steam days, we saw stuff like surplus engines, cabooses,
Maintenance of way.
maintenance of way cars, and other things here. So we hardly need these tracks any longer.
I am a fine one to talk, Moggy. What are you talking about? I'm going to take that as a compliment.
There we go. We're nearly there now. These 3 sidings of the Interchange Yard. Usually track 3 is kept through as a runaround track. Occasionally when track is high, cars are on all 3 tracks. That's when switching gets really interesting. Okay, our last stop for today is coming up. Please stop at the team track at the south end of the yard. And there we go.
No, my brain's not working very well, Moggy.
We're nearly there now.
Yeah, it's a nice route. There's some really good scenarios on it. I think I've played a few of them.
Yeah.
And yeah, definitely worth if you're interested in a sort of a smallish switching route on a branch line, then this is a good one to have.
Definitely. We've shown 2 really nice branch lines, haven't we, really? It's nice that we, you know, for people who want to have just a sort of leisurely run, you know, they're 2 great little routes.
Yeah, Great Northern is a really good person to track on Workshop. He's done some really interesting stuff. He also does payware work as well, commercial work. So the virtual New Haven Railroad on Steam is by Great Northern and other people. Great Northern also helps us with some of our projects as well, and there's a particularly good model of a time saver yard. I can't remember what its rail is, Atlantic something or other, on Steam Workshop.
There we go. We stopped at Moscow Team Track. The SB uses it too, but there's hardly any traffic for it anyway. My next task is to wait for an SB train to drop off some cars and bring those back to Camden. If you want to wait, you can ride back with me. I hope I could give you a quick introduction to our railroad. And there we go. So that is it. There we go. That is both scenarios and both routes for you.
Yeah, Majestic Falls is another good one. We ran that one previously, Derek, so I was looking for another option of something else, which is when we came up with the Moscow. But L.T. Bly is another good author. He did Majestic Falls. He's done some other stuff as well. As I said, there are some cracking bits of content on Steam Workshop.
Definitely. There we are. Yeah, I mean, I must admit, I've been looking at... I think there's another couple of routes that I've been looking for. I think there's been some suggestions. So we'll certainly do some of your suggestions on the forum soon, because it looks like there's some good routes on there.
Awesome.
Oh, there we go. So I hope you enjoyed that. That was the Moscow, Camden, and what was it?
St Augustine.
Yep.
That one.
That one.
Adriana County. No, we haven't had that one yet, Moggy.
Yeah. By Great Northerner. And then we ran, the other one was the Stania Mogul, which has just been released on Steam, on the Yorkshire Dales Railway, which is the Embassy in Bolton, Heritage Railway.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Baby and Kid, I think you're talking about Majestic Falls up in the logging area. Very, very, very nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I think that's it for tonight, isn't it?
It is. That is it for tonight. Yeah.
Thanks very much for watching, folks. Take care, and remember, Rail Fan Fest this weekend. Okay.
Yeah. Don't forget. Yeah.
Yeah. And tomorrow it's who is with me? Is there anyone with me tomorrow?
It's Sam tomorrow with you.
Sam and I on the Clitsfield tomorrow.
There we go. You got that to look forward to. Yeah. Should be good.
Fun.
Yeah. So there we go. So look forward to that tomorrow. And,
hopefully that goes better than the previous stream.
Yeah, hopefully. Oh dear, hopefully it'll all go to plan. Think we'll all be keeping our fingers crossed. Come on, Moggy, where are you all? We'll keep our fingers crossed for.
Alright then everybody,
Yeah.
Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all tomorrow for some Clinsfield action. Cheers everyone.
See you soon. Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye.